Listen, we need help with something else. Some of the
Media.
some of it is pretty.
Not your bit, right?
Yes, but we're in a good way.
What's up, gamers? It's your boy Glitched Pepe here, and I've got a story for you. You see, yesterday I was eating my dinner, and when I was eating my dinner, I saw a few peas on my plates. I don't like peas, so I didn't eat them. Once I didn't eat them, my mom told me how me not eating those peas was causing African children to starve to death, and that had an effect on me. So, as a punishment, I decided to plunge myself into the deepest, darkest corners of hell on earth, Kotaku. I decided to read a Kotaku article.
Oh my god.
Now that that ironic intro is out of the way, let's talk about the actual filth that this fucking Kotaku article is. Hogwarts Legacy lead designer used to run anti-social justice YouTube channel. What? I actually went through the entire article. You know what it says? It's basically just a hate-mongering article that's trying to paint this lead designer as some sort of an evil villain or something. And let's face it, SJWs are fucking cringe, okay? They don't actually solve any issues. I saw this really good meme some time ago that basically said that let's assume there's a building and there's a lot of people living in that building who have wheelchairs. Now here's the difference between an activist and an SJW. What an activist would do is go to the buildings, whatever manager and all that stuff, and they'll go to them and they'll tell them, okay, you know what, there's a lot of people with wheelchairs here, we need to build a ramp. What an SJW would do is shame everyone for having legs. That's basically what's the difference is between an SJW and an activist. And I shit on SJWs as well because they're fucking cringe. They don't actually solve the issues. All they do is fucking fear mongering and hate mongering and stuff like that. I kind of went off track, but that sort of like was an important context that I needed to give. Now I actually went through this guy's YouTube channel and he doesn't really have most of the stuff he has on the channel is not even problematic. He usually has videos responding to political issues in gaming and stuff like that. Like he has a few videos responding to Anita Sarkeesian and stuff like that, and she's fucking crazy. Her feminist frequency, that podcast or whatever that thing is, my god, it's fucking crazy. But again, I'm going off point. Basically he has stuff like that. He's just basically putting his opinions out there. He has some of the videos that I might disagree with on atheism and stuff like that. He talks about all these things, and I don't get the problem here. What's exactly wrong here? I don't get it. So now this article actually mentions that okay, he is defending someone who's sexual misconduct. He's defending people who had sexual misconducts in place, in workplace and stuff like that. Obviously I don't condone any of that. I'm not going to support someone defending that, but at the same time these videos are 2 or 3 years old. Isn't it possible? Because that's the thing, he stopped posting 2 years ago. Is it not possible for him, for his opinions to have changed during that time? This article is basically, and not just that, by the way, this article is basically punishing this guy, saying that you shouldn't buy his game, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't support this guy because he's an alt-right winger on some stuff like that. None of the stuff on his channel so far to me seems alt-right. Also this guy makes a pretty good comment here. Let me read it out for you. Some of you have expressed that due to my commentary on some gaming industry controversies and my sympathies for the Gamergate movement, which was complete bullshit by the way, I might have difficult time should I ever want to return to professional game development. I'm happy to see that even though I disclosed my YouTube channel to WP Games, it didn't appear as an issue for them, nor that they try to endorse anything what I have done. Because that's the main thing, right? As a game developer, your job as a game designing company, their job is to just make sure that the people employed there, they make good games. Now if there was something that said that what, he's peddling his alt-right agenda into the game, even then, so fucking what? It's not your cup of tea, it might be someone else's. The thing that bothers me about this article is the fact how it's being promoted, in a way, how it's telling people that if you're someone who's a right-winger, if you're someone who's a conservative and stuff like that, fuck off. You don't have any future, you're not going to have a career. We're going to be there to gatekeep you. Ironically, these are the people who cry on Gamergate and stuff like that, which was again a complete fucking bullshit. Hello guys, Editor Pepe here, and while I was editing this video, I saw this tweet from Jason Schreier that said, Reset Era, one of the largest video game forums, is enacting a total ban on threads for promotional media from new Harry Potter game in wake of J.K. Rowling's transphobic views, which weren't transphobic, and I can make a video on that. And the recent discovery that one of the game's lead designer is a pro Gamergate YouTuber. Now, I actually watched his quote-unquote pro-Gamergate movement, and I say quote-unquote because he doesn't actually defend the alleged propaganda Gamergate movement at all. The alleged propaganda Gamergate movement is described as a movement where gamers unite together against women, minorities, and stuff like that, and basically they just keep the community from women. That's not true at all. What he does in his videos is actually go through the movement, go through everything that's actually happened, dissect the propaganda that was spread by the media and people like Anita Sarkeesian. He doesn't actually comment his support or anything, and in fact he has actually made videos talking about sexism in the gaming industry, where he basically said that sexism in gaming industry is wrong. So I don't get how these people are nitpicking this video. I don't even think they actually watched the video. They just saw the title of the video, saw Gamergate in it, and then I'm like, ooh, he's defending Gamergate. They just went like that, and yeah, that's it. Basically, so that's the thing. They're basically saying that if you're someone who's a right-winger, if you're someone who's engaged in quote-unquote wrong thing, or if you're someone who goes against the SJWs preaching the word of God, they're trying to make the world a better place or some shit like that, then you're basically, your career is finished. We'll be there to make sure that you don't reach anywhere, and we're going to use our power, as a news. I don't even know if Kotaku has any power in that area, because the only person who kept Kotaku barely relevant was Jason Schreier, and after he left, just Kotaku they just kept going downhill. Now, I found this actually on Twitter when Simp Lord Nathan Grayson himself posted, and look at his fucking Twitter bio. This guy actually has a Twitter banner that says Simp and then has a cross on it, like it's some sort of an achievement that Twitch banned the word Simp. That holy shit, no more oppression for my kind, Simps will live, yay, or some shit like that. I don't know. And then he posts, it doesn't get much more on the nose than this. I don't get it. What exactly are you people trying to prove here? What exactly are you people trying to say? And then he also comments below it, at the very least, this functions as a look at the inner machinations, of the big companies when it comes to far-right extremism, Gamergate. I can tell you one thing pretty clear. If there was any actual far-right extremism on this guy's YouTube, and if he had said something in that time when they were hiring him, or at the time when he worked at the studio, as something as homophobic or transphobic or stuff like that, I am pretty sure WB would have fired him. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure WB has gay people working for them. I'm pretty sure WB also has trans people working for them. So as a company, and I'm telling you this right now, if I owned a company and I found out one of my employees had these opinions, I wouldn't fire him over having those opinions. But if those opinions translate into actual behavior at the workplace, it starts to affect their behavior at the workplace, and they start to call out homophobic, transphobic slurs at people while working in the one place, I would have fired them. The fact that they didn't shows that this guy wasn't using his opinions and wasn't, peddling his political agendas and stuff like that in the workplace. But at the same time, you have shit like this. And what I love is that, I saw this comment over here. Basically, there was this comment that said that, oh my god, these people that are saying that they're going to buy the game now are just pathetic. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure it's those people who are pathetic and not the people who are trying to use their influence as a news website, trying to hate monger against people, saying that if you're right winger or if you have any of the views that are against the SJW woke culture agenda, we're going to cancel you? Really? Are you sure those are the people that are pathetic? Look, end of the day, I'm just going to say one thing. Even if the game was right wing or political in some way, so fucking what? There are a lot of games that are also made with leftist agendas in mind. There are also games that are themed more for the left. There are games that are themed more for the right. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and no one is actually telling you to go and asking you to, you must buy it, you need to buy it or stuff like that. Look, you don't like it, you don't buy it, but don't shame someone who's going to buy it. Seriously, what are you trying to do? Because how does any of this stuff not count as, softcore censorship? Like, I don't get it. You're basically trying to say that, what, if you don't think the same way as we do, you're cancelled, you're nothing, you're like that. Like, that's not how things work. Kotaku is shit. Okay, whatever you do, even if it's a punishment, I would recommend not read Kotaku at this point. It's just like most of the articles that they have, they're bullshits like this, that these articles exist for two purposes. One, to get those good woke culture points. Two, to trigger people, because let's face it, end of the day, articles like these exist to trigger people to get those clicks. Clicks means more ads. more ads means more revenue. That's basically what the business model of Kotaku is at this point. Relevant journalism left their company a long time ago, so it's just pathetic at this point. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, yeah, I forgot to do this on most of my videos. I guess I'll have to start doing it. Please subscribe to my channel. Look, my channel is really small, and to make matters worse, it's a political channel. Like I say it's not, but like a lot of content that I actually make sometimes ends up being political. I'm just saying. So if you enjoy my content, just subscribe to my channel. Maybe turn the notifications on if you want to, so I don't upload a lot. So when I do, you'll be notified of it. And that's basically it. See ya.